Scroll and Sword, welcome back. We just read 29 through 31 of the book of 1 Samuel, and I want to look at chapter 29, verses 1 through 11, where David, we see him living among the Philistines, and Saul is about to die in battle, and spoiler alert maybe, and David is dangerously close to fighting on the wrong side. And Achish trusts him, and the Philistine commanders do not. And that suspicion becomes mercy, because sometimes God saves you from your enemies, but sometimes God uses enemies to save you from yourself. Achish says David has been with him for days and years, and he has found no fault in him. David's reputation with Achish looks clean, but the situation itself is morally dangerous. A clean reputation can still hide a dangerous position that you might be in. And the Philistine commanders, they fear David may reconcile himself to Saul by turning against them in battle, and their suspicion becomes the door God uses to remove David from a compromise before it becomes a stain. Did you know that God can use rejection as a rescue? You might want to thank God right now for the rejection of your past, because he was rescuing you. Scholars like Garrett and Cook point out that David is caught in a situation his own deception helped create, and God gets him out despite of himself. Grace is not only God forgiving sin after the fall. Sometimes grace blocks the doorway before you walk through it. Mercy can look a lot like an interruption sometimes, and our culture tells us to chase all of these things, opportunity and acceptance, even if the room requires us to blur our allegiance. Not every door is from God, my friend, and not every closed door is against you. Discernment in these situations might beat the opportunity that you think you have. And David, he protests to Achish as if he has done nothing wrong and should be allowed to fight. Sometimes we can play a role so long that we start defending the position that is endangering our calling. Like we don't need to become loyal to the disguise that we might be wearing, the mask we might be wearing. If David had fought beside the Philistines when Saul died, his future kingship could have carried suspicion forever. God was not just protecting David's life, he was protecting David's witness. Your future needs your integrity, and the Philistines send David away before the battle even begins. And what felt like exclusion was actually God keeping David from being attached to Saul's blood. Rejection can preserve your name. And this world that we're living in right now, where people just justify compromise by saying that they're just surviving, they're networking, adapting, or playing the game. Like that's the world we're living in right now. But if survival costs you your integrity, the thing keeping you alive is also killing your assignment. Don't try to just survive by betraying your future that God has for you. David, he ended up escaping. He did not escape the situation because he managed it perfectly. He escaped because God intervened. The commanders rejected him, but their rejection became protection. So don't assume every lost opportunity is punishment. Sometimes God closes a door because he's protecting the calling you almost compromised. Love y'all. See you in the discussion room.